Hello you awesome people, a very warm welcome. I'm super excited to take you through this course and help you become proficient in PowerShell scripting. I think this is the right time to take a few commitments from you. First and foremost important thing, to get anything from this course, you have to do lot of practice. So whenever I ask you to stop and try a few commands or guess the output of a code snippet, please try to follow that, unless the output is too obvious for you. Second, I would love to answer all your relevant questions to any of the topics discussed in this course. So don't you think that your question is silly or you should not ask it. If you still hesitate, I am available for you on personal messages as well. So go ahead and get your doubts cleared. Alright? I'm not expecting you to have any exposure on PowerShell, and you will find it in my way of teaching that at times I'm treating you like a novice to the IT world. Please don't disturb with that. If you are very well versed on that topic, please move on to the next lecture or just increase the pace of video playback. So tighten your seatbelts and let's have a very happy scripting journey. Let's go into the history of PowerShell. So before PowerShell arrived, system and network administrator relied on using different technologies and scripting languages to perform an automation or integration task. Sometimes Windows batch scripting or CMD was helpful, and sometimes they had to rely on VB scripting, and this list goes on. Clearly, there wasn't a single platform which could be used for system administration effectively and comfortably at the same time. This made system administration a very challenging task when it comes to integrate non-Microsoft products and perform an automatic operation. Unix shell was quite popular and Microsoft was lacking a powerful scripting platform at that time. This strong need of a tool which can be utilized not just for managing Microsoft products but can be comfortably used for integrating non-Microsoft products as well gave birth to this awesome scripting language called PowerShell. So what exactly is PowerShell? Microsoft says Windows PowerShell is a task-based command line shell and scripting language which is designed specifically for system administrators to rapidly automate the administration of multiple operating systems. Simply speaking, you can consider PowerShell as a glue that ties most of Microsoft applications together. The server products which Microsoft is producing now are not only has built-in capability of being managed by PowerShell, but some of them has graphical user interface built on PowerShell as well. PowerShell is object-based scripting language, and we will be dealing with objects throughout this course and not just raw text. So filtering, sorting, comparing, etc. is just a minor command thing for us and not a complex logic which we have to write in other scripting languages, which are not object based, of course. There is going to be a separate section on these objects only, so don't worry about it at this point of time. Now, why PowerShell? Well, there could be different reasons for different organizations or individuals for falling for PowerShell, but here are few broad reasons. Consistency. When you are using PowerShell script for doing a task like sending the application's health status to a client or a detailed business data report pulling from database server and sending it to the customer after a little bit of formatting, you can be assured that the same script is going to be executed which will function completely same on any day, and it is not going to do typo and formatting mistakes. No need to train the newly hired resources on this complex task. Instead, you can just expose them to your script and your job is done. Next, when you have a PowerShell script, you can additionally use it for audit trail as well. How a particular task is doing since last 24 months can be calculated in minutes, whereas it is difficult to audit the work of different people who would have performed the task in last 2 years. Another big reason for opting for PowerShell is that system administrators are expected to do lot of tasks multiple times, and graphical user interfaces could be nightmare in those tasks. Let's understand this by an example. This is my system's task scheduler. I need to create a new scheduled task. What I have to do is open task scheduler, click this button, enter few basic details in these boxes and hit OK to create the task. Cool, our task is created. Now I am asking you to create 1000 similar tasks with minor changes in the name and triggering time. How much happy you will be to do this same damn thing for 1000 more times in your day. If it doesn't look very pleasant to you, what if I tell you that the same job of creating these 1000 tasks can be done by a single line of PowerShell? Isn't it impressive? Well, that is a good reason to learn PowerShell for you. So let's summarize this lecture. The purpose of PowerShell is to improve management of systems, and when I say system, I'm talking about lot of computers and not just few. Next, PowerShell is a great tool for automation and it helps us in managing in real time. And of course, it helps us immensely in administering large scale environments with multiple applications deployed in it. Alright people, let's meet in the next lecture where we will install PowerShell into our machine. See you there.